crime is next level in San Francisco. It is stupid.
Next level.
It is stupid.
People are parking their cars and leaving their windows rolled down and
the
their
trunks
hatch is open.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get smashed.
It doesn't matter what time of day, and it doesn't matter who's around.
Doesn't matter who's around. No one's stopping anybody from doing anything. It's crazy.
Last year I had a break-in and they took like $100. But to replace the window, it cost like $200. So I was like, man, I wish they would have just took the $100 and then just left my window, because windows are expensive to replace and repair.
They are, yeah.
So like, that's how bad it is. And then what I've also saw was that everything was. What's up, everybody? I'm Zap, and this is Jericho, and you are now tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about everything that's funny, interesting, and ridiculous. And you want to stay for this episode because we're talking about something that's really ridiculous, something that I recently saw in person myself, and I can confirm it.
Ooh.
Talking about San Francisco, man.
Ew.
It's going down. It's not in a good way.
All right.
Not the young jock way. It's going down, bro. So make sure you stick to the end, because there's at least 5 reasons that I can point out for this. And you know, as usual, come on now, over 400 videos, over I think 200, almost 250,000 watch hours. Come on, we've been putting in work, boy. Your boy's been putting in work. All right, we need your support. Hit that subscribe button. All right, that helps us to grow, helps our channel to continue to do more videos. Hit that like button. That lets the YouTube algorithm know that there's more people should see this video, and we'll start promoting it now. Because let me take the glasses off. Let me take the glasses off.
Talk to the people.
Can I talk right into the camera, man?
Talk to the people.
I'll be honest with y'all. We have almost 2,500 subscribers, and we have 1 member right now.
That sounds like a 2,500 to 1 ratio.
And God bless her heart. I'm going to send her something really soon. But she's been a member. She has been our lone faithful member for a whole year now. Here's her 1-year anniversary. I'm not going to say her name, but you know her. Her screen name is Reigning Goddess.
Thank you.
But shout out to her.
Thanks, Queen.
Well, we need, like, I'm gonna put the goal out there. 10 members, man. 10 members. Easy to do. All you have to do is after you subscribe, you'll see a join button at the bottom of the videos. All right, you hit that join button. Memberships as low as $3.99. $3.99, man. That's not even a tank of gas. You can help your boys out with the tank of gas. All right.
It's not even a tank of gas. That's
I said I wasn't gonna go Marvin Sapp, man. I might have the ushers lock the doors, man. If y'all ain't supporting your supporting your voice.
I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
So yeah, San Francisco. I could just say don't go there and then end the video, but we could talk about something.
Yeah.
I was recently there a couple of weeks ago, and it's bad, man. Okay, let's rewind the tape. We've hinted at something that we've never really fully talked about on this channel, and that was our trip to San Francisco.
Sure.
It was like, what, a couple of years ago?
It's like a repressed memory by now. I don't like to bring it
And
up.
I will publicly take the L on that one. That was a good part my fault, because this is what happened. We were looking for hotels. I'm like, man, this hotel is really cheap. I'm like, we're gonna save a lot of money. And then we got there and we found out why. It was,
yes, go on.
dude, is by far the worst hotel I've ever been in. Like, I still feel bad to this day for putting you in that situation.
That's okay. Just don't let it happen again.
We won't let it happen again, Mr. Mackey, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
What was happening, you ask? Yeah, I'm glad you. All the things.
Yes.
All the bad things were happening all at once, and it was a lot to take in. you care to share any?
Okay, look, I
the
didn't
things that
sleep
you
under
saw?
the mattress. Okay, that's one. I did not sleep under the mattress because I was afraid of catching all of it.
Or under the sheets?
Oh well, I didn't want to do either one. I didn't want to touch them. I was hoping I could find a way to like just float above it like a vampire or something. But under the sheets, like it had cigarette holes on it. I'm sure there was a stain on there. I was like, someone died in here for sure. I'm sure there were interactions of drugs going on all throughout the night. Somebody tried to come in our room. Someone tried to jiggle the
I
door
vividly
handle.
remember that.
Or like,
So
all
we were
right,
just chilling, and then someone banged on the door really, really hard, and we just looked at each other, and you were like, "Don't open the door." For the love of God, don't open that door.
Be a problem if you open the door. So it was just such a. And then I walked outside late at night because I wanted food. That was a mistake.
Yep.
And so I'm walking around. There's human feces everywhere.
Brother,
And then there was just this like scene where you round a corner, because you see it in movies, and I round the corner and it's like all of a sudden it's just all of these people just drugged out in this one area, but it's like almost like they're moving in slow motion because like I got there and it was kind of like, oh no,
Yeah, zombie.
kind of a zombie apocalypse kind of vibe. And they looked at me and it's like, well, they were going to chase me. And if it was one of those movies with the fast zombies, which is still terrifying, like zombies are supposed to be slow. I don't know who invented fast zombies, but you know, I just had to get out of there. So it was such a bad time. And everyone that lives there is like, yeah, we know.
French fry when you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I was recently there, and I mean, compare it to LA, because I think I have a good perspective. Because you see a lot of stuff on the news, and they're like, you know, California is this, and Hollywood, like all of California isn't Hollywood. All of California isn't San Francisco. These are like the biggest cities, you know. But it's like sometimes, and you see news from other places, and they like sensationalize stuff.
Yeah.
They do not do that with San Francisco, bro. It's crazy. And it's coming from someone who's lived in like the heart of downtown LA for years.
patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty.
I feel like LA is more concentrated. Like you have Skid Row where like it all goes down. And then every once in a while you on a corner, you'll see somebody here and there.
Yeah.
But I feel like the extent, and there's a specific area called Union Square in San Francisco that's been hit like the hardest. But it's just like, it feels like it's everywhere. Like it's not just like a little Skid Row. It extends everywhere. So I mean, we've obviously mentioned the drugs. That's the homelessness and the drug epidemic, which is like, most of it's mental health and addiction issues. So it's made public spaces unsafe, difficult to manage. And this has been kind of further fueled by the high rents in the city. And then their approach to it is like this, what they call a harm reduction over enforcement.
What?
So
it's just call it stupid. Just call it stupid.
Because remember you did the video about what country was that who kind of had an open drug policy?
Portugal did it,
and it worked for them.
But they had we will let them kind of do what they want, but also give them lots of resources so that they can fix it, and clinics and all that kind of stuff they can get clean. So it's kind of like they had a method to their madness, and this one's kind of like I remember watching a video about they're interviewing people in San Francisco, like, what can we do about this? And it's like, they think the big problem is that approach. They're just kind of giving away needles and stuff like that. Just like, here, just make sure your needles are clean. It's like, well, they're going to just take advantage of it. And it's not working. You know, if the goal is to fix it. Now, the question is, are they trying to fix it? It doesn't seem like it's a good policy at all.
Yeah. And what makes me nervous is like, I feel like San Francisco is the prototype, and it's kind of trying to make its way to LA. Like the I feel I can see LA turning into that. Because even recently, I've been taking like the metro more, the trains and stuff. It's just been kind of helpful for me. And literally, I got off on a stop, and they have all these different people, ambassadors for the metro, whatever. And this lady made an announcement, and she was promoting this app that you can get on your phone to like report incidences on the metro and help you whatever. And she literally said like, oh yeah, we've been having a lot of drug overdoses on the train, so we don't want anybody to die, so make sure you get this app. And I'm just trying to get to work, and I'm just like, what? What?
A little too chill for me, a little too common.
This is the discussion that we're having. Like, it was just really weird, man.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
I was driving the other day, and I was in like out by Venice, I think, and I saw like 3 homeless guys in a row. I felt like, oh, good, tic-tac-toe for me. And because I almost hit them all, because they all just kind of like, they did that thing again. Maybe fast zombies are becoming a thing where they're like kind of standing still. So I see them, and I don't think they're moving. And then as soon as I start driving, they start moving really fast in the direction of where I'm about to drive. So I was like, all right, well, that sucked. And that happened 3 times in a row. I don't know if they planned it. Maybe it's a weird kind of choreography that got going on. Maybe flash, those flash, whatever things are coming back, flash mobs. I would imagine that happening all the time in San Francisco, because it's just much more concentrated, like you said. So in certain places, that might happen 10 times in a row. And then they're going to get hit by way more cars. It's going to be a whole thing. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know why they aren't doing what they did. We talked about this before in another episode too, where there was like a summit in San Francisco for some world leader organization, right? And they're like, well, we can't have all these homeless guys around everywhere. So for like a week or two, they kind of made them all go away. Right. What did they? I don't remember like what they did, but all of a sudden, like, oh, we don't have a problem. And then they went back to normal after all those leaders left. So it's like, why don't you just do that all the time?
Well, yeah, that was really weird.
Suspicious.
Well, obviously that's a big problem. That's one thing. Number 2, again, and I said it was kind of connected, is the cost of living. So San Francisco has some of the highest housing costs in the U.S. It's driven by strict zoning laws, limited new development, and high demand from tech workers. So there's an affordability crisis, and it's pushing middle-class residents and families out of the city. And again, this is like firsthand experience. Like, I was just up there, and before I even did this episode, I was like, it felt like there were just 2 classes of people. You were either really, really rich, like you worked at a tech company, a Google, a Salesforce or something, and you just like got all the monies, or you were either on the street or about to be on the street. Like that, like there felt like there was no middle class. You either had money or you didn't.
Life in San Francisco. Check this out. Here go a Rolls Royce, a $300,000-$400,000 car. And over here you got people shooting up doing drugs on the street.
And the people that weren't like homeless or drugged out, it felt like that. People say that San Francisco has a New York vibe. It felt like that. Like everybody was hustling to just like get by. And you watch these like futuristic movies. Well, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but it's like, it's so unbelievably expensive. I saw a valet this isn't the normal price, but there are places up there that had a valet for like $100. $100 to park your car. Nope. Average rent in San Francisco, $3,204. $3,000 a month.
That's very New Yorkish.
On average, a studio costs you $2,700, 1 bedroom $3,500, 2 bedrooms $4,800.
That's a lot of money. I'm trying to remember what was so great about San Francisco back in the day. What, the Gold Rush?
It's the San Francisco treat.
Okay, besides that, it's very delicious. Besides that, Gold Rush, And then profit? Like what happened? Like I'm trying to remember why San Francisco was such an attractive place for
Full
so long.
House. They had Full House.
Okay. Yeah, we're going way back now.
Maybe that's the last things that San Francisco
Well,
had.
because I mentioned that because I still talk to people who mentioned they're thinking about moving there. And my question is like,
wow.
why would you do that?
I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that.
If you come to LA,
is-
I get it. Every industry is here. But for San Francisco, like, if it's not tech, I don't see why you'd go there.
Yeah. One thing I will say about that was cool when I went there. This is a random topic, but and LA they're almost there. I got off the plane and I could get right onto the train. Like the metro system goes into the airport. So you can just hop off the plane, get on the train, and go right into the city. I thought that was pretty cool. LA, you can almost do that, but it's still, they haven't finished the track yet.
Interesting. I guess that's a perk.
There's always a thing where you're like, okay, how do I get to the airport? Somebody got to drop me off, or how am I gonna, but yeah, you can do that in San Francisco. So that's one thing.
That is one thing.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking, what would behoove somebody to move to a place that's
behoove.
Thank you. That's expensive. At some point in the recent few years, the mayor declared San Francisco as a state of emergency because of the problem, right? Like that was the thing that happened. And
yeah.
But again, what are they doing to fix it? Because I just keep hearing about bad things and it's getting worse. And it's okay, well, do something. Like, it just feels like they're like, yep, that's how it is. So come on down and get some money, I suppose.
But wait, there's more.
Oh God.
So we talk about the homeless and drugs. We talk about the unaffordability.
As you do.
On top of that, third thing is crime and retail theft. Something again I saw firsthand.
Nice.
So there's obviously rising crime, shoplifting. I saw this Joe Rogan clip where he said, and again, personal experience, he said that people are literally, I didn't see this, but he said it. People are leaving their windows in their cars rolled down and their trunks open.
Crime is next level in San Francisco. It is
Next level.
stupid.
Next
It
level.
is stupid.
People are parking their cars and leaving their windows rolled down and
And the
their
trunks open.
hatches open.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get smashed.
It doesn't matter what time of day, and it doesn't matter who's around.
Doesn't matter who's around. No one's stopping anybody from doing anything. It's crazy.
It sounded weird until like last year I had a break-in and they took like $100. But to replace the window, it cost like $200. So I was like, man, I wish they would have just took the $100 and then just left my window, because windows are expensive to replace and repair.
They are, yeah.
So like that's how bad it is. And then what I've also saw was that everything was on lock. I went to like a CVS, I went to a Target, and it was like everything was under lock and key. Ironically, I went to buy a lock and key. Yeah, they had like these lockers, but I didn't have a lock for it. So I was like, let me go to CVS and get a lock. And I had to get someone to unlock the case so I can get a lock. And there was like a bunch of random, usually like every once in a while you see like high priced electronics, or used to be like power tools or something like super expensive. But it's like everything was locked up, and you had to press a button and you had to call somebody to go get the thing that you wanted. And it just like, from a person who doesn't steal, it was just like psychologically, it was just like, this sucks, man. It's like the shopping experience. I couldn't like, because you go into a store, the benefits of going to a physical store, you can pick the item up, you can feel it, you can read the back, and it's like, I can't even see what I'm really getting. And if I don't want it, I got to call the person back and have them put it like, but it's just because a few people just keep taking stuff. Like everybody suffers. And it's just like, it was really, if I could use a word to describe my experience there, it was just uncomfortable. I didn't feel unsafe, like I'm a big dude. I could take care of myself, but it just felt like,
It could go down anytime, basically.
Well, I just didn't want to be there. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, this is not, it's not inviting. I think that's a good word. It just wasn't inviting.
Wait.
Since 2019, 47% of businesses in that Union Square area have left.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think all of them, all of them leave to turn into like a park or call it Hobo Land. Make it like that. Remember during the pandemic, no one talks about this, but during the pandemic, there was this one time in Seattle that just said this part of like, yeah, Seattle. It was like, you know what? It's ours. So F the police and everything. And they just like kind of took it for like months. Like, it was kind of their area. And it's like a long.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Remember that? They should just do that and let it go and then maybe burn it. I don't know. But let's let it, you know, count your losses and just let it go. Because why maintain such a volatile area, you know?
But it's crazy. I mean, I don't like to make videos about, you know, crapping on other people's cities, man. But it's just like, especially after we went like a few years ago and then coming back to it now and seeing like it's worse. And I talked to some people there and they were like, or I talked to some people who live there and I talked to some people who used to live there and then came back for the thing I was doing. And they were saying like, yeah, man, it didn't used to be like this. And it's just like, it's just bad. But we're out of time. So let us know what you think in the comments. Have you been to San Francisco? Like, do you just read the stuff on the news and like kind of, I don't know, hypothesize what's going on, how to fix it? Do they need policy changes? Is it like an economic thing? Let us know what you think in the comments. Keep the conversation going. And also, if you have someone who you think might be interested in this topic, hit that share button, man. Don't be greedy. Don't keep it to yourself. And look, man, 47% of businesses, you know what that means, Jericho?
That it's not enough. Is that what?
47% of businesses closing down and moving out of San Francisco?
That's heavy. That's a big number.
Square?
That's a big number.
You know what that means?
I think I do.
That means that a lot of people lost their jobs. Nobody working there because they're doing fentanyl in the bathroom. I don't know what's going on. Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Doing fentanyl. Yeah, God.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs!